Well, I'm nearing the crest. I'm still on the Silverado Trail, or Silverado Motorway, as it used to be a dirt road back in the day. At least the rain and showers have temporarily ceased. So now we're in a very nice mature stand of chaparral. So the scenery up here is beautiful. Got our common chamise, Adenosoma fasciculatum, variety fasciculatum, chaparral yucca, Hespero yucca whippley. Then we got Salvia mellifera, the black sage. And we got pale silk tassel, Garrya flavescens, Eastwood manzanita, which is very common here in the Santa Anas. And this right here is Arctostaphylos glandulosa, subspecies glandulosa, or what else we got here? Of course, we got Eriogonum fasciculatum, variety foliolosum, the California buckwheat. So we're in an area where it's not quite so fire scarred. This is actually, if you're just doing the Silverado Trail to Bedford Peak, just going there, that spot is probably one of the most scenic. And on a day like today, there are not going to be any views out to Catalina and the Inland Empire. So today, the views are at hand. The chaparral plants. I should be at Main Divide pretty soon. Once you get to this area, it levels out very nicely. I'm just at a very slight incline right now, but it's just a very misty, crisp mid-February morning. There's some hollyleaf redberry, Rhamnus salicifolia. It's very common here in the Santa Anas. Here's another very common species here in our Santa Ana mountain range. Quercus berbertifolia, the scrub oak. Small, shrubby oak, but there are some spots where they do grow into small tree size. There are actually several tree size specimens of scrub oak along the Mount Wilson Trail that I hiked last week, but I couldn't get pictures of them because my camera was wet and the images were coming out all nasty. I should be at Main Divide very soon. You can tell this area's been bulldozed and stuff. This part of the fire break here. You get a lot of these here in the Santa Anas where you get these dips and mounds of dirt, especially where there are fire breaks. I guess what bulldozers do to, I guess, scrape a pathway. I'm really not sure what the mounds are for, the crazy undulations in the dirt, but they are kind of interesting. A lot of the peaks along Main Divide, like when I did Mine 2 benchmark just under a month ago, had some of those little mounds by it, and that's in that peak, which is between the KSOX Doppler and Agador Peak. Mine 2 benchmark has a fire break that meets up with it, coming down from near where the Skyline Trail in Corona starts. But you just got to go through this little flat expanse of land to pick it up. But I should be nearing the crest. Well, at least the junction with Main Divide. This is a part where we get a little, I guess, a little slight downhill action. Still a little drizzly. The more it drizzles and rains, the less I'm going to film, because I don't want to ruin this camera. The same camera I had from last time, but I just don't want to take a chance in ruining it like I did the other one. The other one I think still might work. I just haven't touched it in a week, so I didn't want to mess with it. Might still actually work, because it was starting to a little bit when I was most of the way down. It was still muddy, or not muddy, foggy. And the sad thing was, there was a period of time where I couldn't even get it to turn on. But it started turning on, but then the picture was still foggy. It was still pretty wet. So, all right, I'll see you at Main Divide. I should be there within minutes.